Like, you don't go to the gym once and lift a weight and be like, where's my dream body? It's like, how many times did you work out? Once. It's like, well, you might need to do it again, right? And eventually the body will change. It's the same thing with the field. Again, we're just not taught this.
How do you practically start moving the needle for change when you feel like you're constrained by responsibilities and other things you've got on your plate?
Totally, yeah. And so many people get trapped in this because we often think that our external reality, our life, is set and it's solid and it is what it is. And then unconsciously, we automatically react to it. So for example, our life is a certain way and we say, oh, I'd love to change it. Oh, but I can't because of my external circumstances. Now, it's actually the other way around, right? Your life, your reality, your external circumstances are like that because of what's going on internally. You're actually creating that constantly. So most people are here at the now, and then they're taking their past experience of what they know to be true, and then they're unconsciously copy pasting that into the future, and then they're wondering why their life doesn't change. Instead of realizing they're at now, right now, the past is the past, and at any moment they can actually change their future. Now, there's ways to do that without obviously being super dramatic. Like this example, for example, if someone's, let's say in a job and they're getting a certain amount of money and they go, well, you know what? I asked my soul and my soul just wants to travel the world and explore and see what's next. But I can't do that. I don't have any savings. If I just quit my job, I'm going to be very irresponsible and I'm not going to have any money coming in. So in reality says like, no, that's hard. You can't do it. So what are other ways that you could get into the energy of making that happen? For example, keep your job in this moment. You go to work, you come home, and then for 30 minutes every day, you spend time on the internet researching different travel destinations. Where would you go? Okay, let me look at Thailand. Okay, what are the amazing beaches in Thailand? Actually, let me look at Egypt. Maybe I would want to go to the temples there. And you start actually getting into the frequency and the energy of having that experience without actually physically having it in the 3D. Because we're energetic beings having a vibrational and frequency conversation constantly. And so person one who goes, oh no, can't travel or listen to my soul right now, I'm just going to stay on my job, stays in the vibration of it's not possible, I'll never do it. The other person who's there, even on Google, every night for 30 minutes, is in a vibration and a frequency of let me explore this, let me feel the vibe of the travel. Okay, maybe not now, but in the future, this or that. And all of a sudden, that frequency starts to change the reality. And then magic starts happening. Then it's the scenario where their job turns around and says, actually, we're releasing you and we're giving you this huge payout and sorry, and it was unexpected. And they're like, I guess I'll go traveling, right? And magic starts happening, but it's because they were in that frequency. That would never happen to the first person because they're in the frequency of nothing else is possible.
Yeah, I've felt this magic in my life. It's so powerful. You almost can't explain it until you experience it.
Right.
But I think what is difficult, and I've experienced this myself, I see it a lot with others too, is emotionally moving there before you're there and before you can see it being possible. Yeah. Do you have anything really practical that helps us not just have sort of like wishful thinking and like feeling like we're chasing something that we're not really going to get, but we're just like hoping for the best? What's the difference between genuinely like changing your energy and doing that in a genuine way versus just saying and doing things because you're reading or hearing it? That's how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
100%. And you're right. Like wishful thinking itself won't work. You can't wishful think your way into changing your reality. It's also why like creating a vision board and then, just being like, oh, it didn't happen. It's also not going to work. The affirmations won't work unless you change your energy. And we shift our energy through our emotional state. Now, in order to call in what we desire in our life, if that's more money or an amazing relationship or the health or whatever it is, we must be vibrating and oscillating at a quantum physics level to match that energy. We must sync with it, okay? Now, how do you do that? You get into the feeling of it already being here now. Not that you want it in the future, not that you're hopeful that it's going to happen, not that you're excited for it. No, the feeling that it's here now. And now people might say, well, Regan, I don't know what it feels like because it hasn't happened, right? You've got to condition that feeling. And we are in the quantum field and we have access to all of the information simultaneously, relative to time, space, or distance. No matter how far away that dream reality is, we can access it. So what we want to do is actually cultivate this state, this vibration, this feeling. Now, people can do this through a tool that I call manifestation alarms. And this basically teaches people how to energetically condition themselves. So how you do this is you set an alarm, and ideally on the hour, every hour, right? Like multiple times throughout the day, as much as you can. Choose a good alarm that's nice for your nervous system, like not a it's like
Not the morning alarm.
Exactly. Like a good, like nice alarm. Now, when it goes off, give me 20 seconds to 2 minutes maximum. Close your eyes and feel what it feels like to have what you want now. Now, the first couple of times you might not feel anything. It doesn't matter. Keep going. I promise you, if you keep going with it, at some point you're going to be like, oh, I feel excited, or I feel grateful, or I feel relief, or however it is, whatever the feeling is that's coming, amazing. The minute you feel it, command that feeling to get stronger. Like a dial, you're turning it up. Even tell it, okay, now double this feeling, triple it, let it run through my system. Allow yourself just to sit in it. You can be driving on the way to work, alarm, and you're still driving. You don't even need to close your eyes. Feel what it feels like to have it now. Okay, it's here now. This is so good. You don't have to visualize. If you do, great. But what's important is the feeling and the vibration. So then what happens is eventually these alarms will then go off, and you'll almost have this moment where your reality starts to blur. You know, when you have a dream and you wake up and you're like convinced the dream actually happened. You're like, it's real. It happened. You're like with your partner and you're like, you need to apologize for what you did in the dream. And they're like, what? It was so real to you. It felt so real, but it didn't happen. Right? The same thing will happen with the alarms, and you'll be like, I feel like it's here now. I feel like I'm living that life. I feel like I've made the money. I feel like the relationship's here. Oh, but it's not. This is a good thing, right? Because the reality is merging. The future reality is coming closer now. And that's great when you start having these blurs. And then eventually the alarm will go off and you'll look around and you'll be like, oh, it's here, right? I've actually manifested what I want. But this takes practice, right? It's like, right. And so the more and more we do this, the faster you'll get at doing it, the easier it'll become. And then you'll create the life you want, but then you keep going. You set more alarms. Okay, what's the next level? What's the expansion of this, right? And you're constantly in this evolution. And you just, it's like any skill, you get better at doing it.